Well, hello, community. Cheers to you. I hope that you're keeping abreast of the news that's going on regarding the tariffs. I wanted to continue the conversation and kind of like a little bit of her perspective when it comes to the tariffs that are upcoming. Of course, when it comes to the wine industry and how the wine industry is affected, I'm sure that a lot of the producers, distributors, retailers, they're being affected the way they were back in 2020. And I think now the difference is that the US is starting to give that little posture, if you will. There's a little bit of posture there. And for many people, they think that that's a mistake. But as I said in a previous video, tariffs worked in the past, and now it's starting to. We're seeing these countries pushing back because they've been entitled for such a long time. So I came up with this analogy. So think of it this way. I heard this a long time ago, referring to a journal, and I'm putting my spin on it. You're part of a group project for a class, a college class. You yourself have done 85% of the research, yet the entire group receives an A based on your efforts. How would that make you feel? And I'm just throwing it out there, kind of like to bring curiosity to the conversation, because, I think that we need to not bash one side or the other, but we really need to think about how can this really work. Let's add this. The professor makes a change, says that every group member will receive the fair grade based on his or her effort, and that the group members would keep track of the exchanges. Now that the playing field is level, now how does that make you feel? So by doing this analogy, it's fair to say that some countries were so used to a percentage for such a long time, right? Now the reality is that we are where we are. The US is starting to raise their tariffs for any of the goods that are coming in, and yeah, they're going to probably pay that same price or lower whatever goods they're sending out, and or yeah, you know what I mean. And so basically it has to be reciprocated. And so you understand that I am all for bringing in goods, especially when it comes to wine. We want to appreciate wines that are coming from different countries. Yeah, I enjoy California, Oregon, Washington State, New York, Virginia, Michigan, even Georgia, even Florida, Texas, or all these wines coming from all across the country. But I admit I love old world wine too. And how am I going to get that unless it gets imported? So if Canada is going to cooperate with us, if Mexico is going to cooperate with us when it comes to their tequilas, those are things that we have to keep in mind. We as the United States cannot continue to keep paying such a hefty price, a hefty tariff. It has to be reciprocated. That's the way free market has always acted. And for these other countries that don't understand that, well, yeah, we may have to do our business elsewhere, and that seems like where it's going.